Another day, another LCQ chance. Can I find 5 straight wins? I can barely find 1 straight win. Welcome back, vintage gamers, to the second of 3 possible LCQ bullets where I have to go 5-0 versus the best players on the platform in order to queue for the showcase qualifier. These fields, these events are extremely difficult. The players who are in this tournament who don't have qualifications yet are so good. The players are so strong. Yesterday there was a 50-something player LCQ. And I have the metagame data for it. The metagame yesterday in the 50-player LCQ looked like this. 50% Lurrus, which is not really a surprise because this is like all the biggest grinders. So you kind of can expect them to register this kind of stuff. And overwhelmingly, the most played deck was Lurrus Control, followed by a bunch of things that are weak to Null Rod. And these Lurrus Control decks are all maining Null Rod. So with that being said, if I'm expecting everyone to show up on Lurrus Control decks, I wanted to build a deck that can beat Lurrus Control. And it's actually interesting that Lurrus PO is a deck that theoretically beats Esper Lurrus Control. I actually think that's a favorable matchup. The problem is everyone is playing 4 Null Rods, and some of these decks have 3 Null Rods in the main. And while my Lurrus PO deck can play through Null Rod and can beat Null Rod, and it can even make, some adjustments to play white for Portable Hold to be better against Null Rod, I decided it wasn't worth it to combat Null Rod, and it was better to just play a Lurrus Control deck that is extremely tuned for the mirror, which is what you see here. This is a blue-black Lurrus deck, which is going to be favored against all the Esper Lurrus decks with extreme tuning for the mirror. There's things like Long Goodbye, there's extra card advantage with Snapcaster Mage, there's main deck Stern Scolding, less Spell Pierces and more Disputes. Dispute can counter anything. Dispute can counter Frog. Dispute, I think, is probably an underutilized tool in these blue-black decks. You actually have a main deck Dress Down to hit Urza's Saga token, so you're not just like praying for the Wasteland, and if you miss the Wasteland, you have no outs. Also, like Lurrus Dress Down Loop is extremely good against their entire deck. If you have a Lurrus Dress Down Loop going and you're protecting your Lurrus, they can't win. All their cards get basically turned off by Dress Down. I'm letting my other opponents have all the Null Rods main. I'm going to play 1 Null Rod main so I can tutor for it in the matchups that matters, but I'm going to put most of my Null Rods in the board to try to gain extra advantages against the Lurrus Control deck. I'm on minimum number of negations, so that card is a very bad card in the matchup. I don't want to have that card, so I'm only on 2 negations. And I also have Fit in a Mind Break Trap for extra mising potential. Sideboard-wise, I have a pile of Dredge hate. Dredge did go 5-0 in the last one, so there could definitely be Dredge decks, but I'm not super worried about Dredge. If I have 5 pieces of Dredge hate plus 5 Wastelands, I think it's pretty reasonable. These 3 removal spells are specifically for mono white initiative. You can bring in the Dismember against the Frog decks, but the Snuff Out obviously doesn't come in. And then you have 3 more things to hate on the artifact decks. I'm very, very happy with what I put together here. I'm hoping to run against as many of the best Lurrus players on the platform and see if I can't keep up reasonable play to get me some W's. I definitely will make mistakes along the way on this stream. I am not practiced with this deck, but it is still just a blue vintage deck that I have plenty of experience with. So I will see you in round 1. The legendary NYSE Open returns to Long Island in New York. This 9th installment will be a 15 proxy, $500 entry fee tournament where the top 8 will return home with 8 pieces of real unlimited power. Black Lotus, Ancestral Recall, Time Walk, and all 5 Moxins will be part of this celebration of vintage. At 100 players, there'll be an additional wacky draft with classic booster packs from Ice Age to Onslaught, the NYC Trophy, Karn Altars, $1,000 in giveaways, dealers, and much, much more. Check out the link below for all the details. I hope to see you there. Let's battle. All right, here we go. Round 1 of our second vintage LCQ. We actually lost to this player in our showcase. So see if we can't make a comeback here and show a little bit more gusto. They are currently triple queuing a standard challenge and a modern LCQ, so that should be interesting for stream. Oh boy. true grinder status. The old triple Q. Yeah, so we played this player in the showcase. We were on Lurrus PO, and they were on control, and we were just barely edged out in the last few minutes. I think I've made some crucial game choices that resulted in a loss. But that's how it goes sometimes. I gotta rebound, see what we can do. Last night's LCQ also went very badly. I think I played awful against Hank. I just played not the right lines. I missed obvious lines. I still ended up getting one game win and almost at a second, but I did not get lucky enough to overwrite how badly I did play. So that's why the title of the stream today is Washed Up Gamer for sure. I have a video that I put up today recently, right after the announcement, Tropis, if you want to go check it out on my YouTube channel. Talked about it for about 30 minutes. Even though there were no changes to the BNR today, I still was able to yap for about 30 minutes. Yeah. Let's see how this goes. You're just gonna have to imagine what the deck list looks like. For a little while anyways. Trust me that there are, in fact, good cards in the deck list. There's definitely a cat. That's true. I can show you that one. There is a cat. Cat is confirmed. Thanks. I could use a little luck. Oh, I won't say no. I'm gonna feel pretty bad for my YouTube watchers if my opponent is in fact triple queuing, playing Lurrus control again. That's pretty rough, but not much I can do about that. All right, Black Lotus. I'm casting Ancestral Recall because I have backup. I'm casting it right now. I want to hit a land that's not a wasteland for my turn. Is like one of the biggest reasons. And even if I'm playing into additional negations, I think it's worth it. Though I guess if it doesn't work out, things are pretty bad. or I can have it resolve and draw no non-wasteland lands. And I can't even buy Lurrus because I'll overdraw here. I did not see this coming. This was not on my list of things that would happen after I cast Ancestral. Ancestral has just not been good to me recently. I don't know what I did wrong exactly. But Ancestral has just been pretty bad to me recently. I mean, I guess the good news is if we were to draw these cards without resolving Ancestral, we would most certainly lose the game. So my Null Rod main is not very good against my opponent who is on Lurrus, but they do sometimes have like bobbles and stuff. It's pretty bad with my Lotus, but I don't think I'm returning my Lotus with Lurrus very soon because, well, I am not casting Lurrus very soon. Like, my opponent plays a frog here. What am I supposed to do? Oh, DT? DT is fine. DT is okay. I would love a fetch land. That's what I would love. I feel like I get to play the game if I draw a fetch land. I just don't get to play the game, huh? Wasteland my wasteland? Banger. Everyone would have kept that hand, right? I'm not crazy, right? People were keeping that hand, I assume. Oh man. I'm so many blue sources away from dig. Sure. I guess so. I mean, I guess this is better than not having a land. I almost didn't have this in my deck. I almost didn't play that today. Ah, yes. Urza Saga. That's quite good against me. All right, no rod. That's fine. I'm trying my best, chat. Trust me that I'm trying my best. It's just not been, it just hasn't been good enough. I don't really know what I was, I don't really, I don't understand, man. Like, come on, help a guy out. Let me play some Magic. What the fuck? Like, I just, what am I supposed to do? I do have outs to this, but I don't know. I just feel so betrayed recently. I just can't seem to like, things just don't work. Oh, come on, man. I don't get it. I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. I'm 16 cards deep. I have 2 basics in my deck. I have so many lands. Oh god, why did I copy this mana? Oh no, that's mana's fine, I guess. That's almost fine. I just I don't know. Like I was supposed to keep it, right? Like I don't think I did anything wrong. I'm like I built this deck to be pre-boarded for a control meta. I hit the exact matchup I wanted. I have an opener with Lotus Ancestral, and I don't even get to play the game? All right, game 2. I even had the main deck out to the Urza Saga tokens. To try to time walk into I have so many 1-mana blue counter spells that this time walk trying to get me into a blue 1-mana counter spell is like really good. I don't know. I feel like I built such a good deck for this tournament. Just okay. Let me play. Just let me play. Just let me play. Just let me play. All right. So what am I supposed to counter? Do I resolve my ancestral or do I resolve my counter the frog? I have so many frog answers. I feel like I just try to get my ancestral through. I also just like don't have action right now, right? Lurrus is good for the format. Watch my video if you don't understand. Okay, that worked out pretty well. I'm gonna cycle this now. The fact that these matchups just completely come down to wastelands half the time is just so bad for the game. I really dislike that. Maybe I was supposed to keep Spell Pierce to help resolve my Lurrus. Interesting. Like, am I supposed to play this Lurrus and without any counter magic? Like, what's the chance that I lose my Lurrus here? Is it even that bad? I don't know. I feel like I'm supposed to play it, right? What else am I doing here? I guess I could wait until they fetch so that they can't fatal push it. But if I'm getting back my spell bomb, aren't I not like trading up and it's good for me? Or I don't know. Spell Pierce would not protect me from fatal push here, so I feel like I still made the right choices. So yeah, as you can see, my deck is extremely geared for this matchup. I am basically entirely pre-boarded for the matchup. I am leaning on everyone else to play a bunch of dead null rods in game one, where I'm only going to have one null rod in game one. I really like the deck I chose for this event, even though it's not my style of deck. But I do need to win 2 more games 2 and 3, which are definitely worse for me. So we'll see what happens. We are currently ahead at the moment, but we're not really locked for this game. My opponent still has access to Lurrus. They still have 4 cards. We have slightly more mana. We're getting a little bit more card advantage. But we're not really out of the woods here. One thing I don't have is I don't have like a ton of Lurrus recursion engines in my deck. Basically, that's kind of part of the price you pay of like playing Null Rod. Again, I don't want to play Bobble into a Null Rod metagame. I don't want to play Bobble into opposing Null Rods and my own Null Rods. Still be Fatal Push. I don't think I'm supposed to like not play my Lurrus. And if I'm trading Fatal Push for a 0 mana or like a card that was in my my sideboard, and I'm still drawing a card, I feel like it just makes sense to do this. Watch my video. I talk about it for 30 minutes. Yeah. All right. So my opponent got rid of the Lurrus. I didn't really have any protection backup after making sure the frog didn't resolve. I didn't have any removal for the frog, so I feel like I had to counter the frog. Obviously, I had dress down, but I don't think that's good enough there. Oh, I already used my Undercity Sewers. I see. I'm not going to crack my Bobble then, because I don't want to not have mana for Stern Scolding for the thing. Though I could always dress down it. I think I'll take 2 and see what my opponent's hand is. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to like hold this dress down so that I have a really good Saga answer if my opponent rips a Saga, or if I'm supposed to... All right, my opponent's hand is Mystical Dispute, Treasure Cruise, Daze, and Fatal Push. This is exactly what I was saying, though. Like, I have my Mysticals in the main, they have them in the board. Unfortunately, it just means like my frog is going to get Fatal Pushed, right? I guess it can get hard cast Mystical, or it can get Disputed as well. I know it just gets Fatal Pushed. All right, whatever. I mean, I have to play my creatures, right? I can't just like not play them. But I'm not getting Bowmaster, so I'll cycle this Null Nihil's Bomb after my opponent removes this. So they can't get to cruise. Mindbury Trap. It's a hard counter at this point. I just need to make sure I have sufficient answers to counter the actual Lurrus. I definitely don't want to draw any negations. I tried to cut them, but I just ran out of slots. All right. I do not have that many threats in my deck, right? I have 3 more frogs and 4 more bowmasters. I think I'm just supposed to cash in this stupid negation that doesn't do that much anyways. If my opponent wants to like dispute this, I think that's fine with me. I really dislike negation in this matchup. I wish I could board them all out, but it doesn't look like I had the option to. Even though no Twister is like bad in the mirror. All right, my opponent's going to use a Daze here just to get rid of it to fuel their Treasure Cruise. That's fine. And then they're going to Spell Pierce. Okay. That's fine. gonna be a long game. I still have access to my 2 delve spells to draw 2 as well. Mox. I don't have very many fetchables left though, right? I have 1 fetchable left. Pretty sure they're gonna buy the Lurrus finally. Pretty sure I'm just supposed to not let myself have a round of fetchables. There's a Bowmaster. All right, let's see what happens here. Pass. Am I supposed to just wait on this Bowmaster forever, or what's the plan? I feel like I've just choked on mana. I don't want to do that. I don't think I'm going to go for the extra... Oh, it just went through my attack. Ugh. Well, guess I'm not doing that. Just going to dress down this Bowmaster. Should have used probably... My opponent has Dispute, Lurrus, Cruise, and an Unknown. Push my Bowmaster is fine. So now we're on Lurrus, Dispute, Cruise. So I guess my dress down is turning off my Bowmaster for their Treasure Cruise. That's pretty silly. So they can do this with Mystical Dispute backup. Damn. I guess that was a mistake to dress down their Bowmaster. I didn't think it would be, but it definitely was. Huh. Like, I can force it, I guess. Just pitch the stern. I think I pitched the Stern Scolding and force it. Because... Yeah, I think I just pitched the Stern Scolding and forced this. Oh, I don't even need to like use my trap if they play a Lurrus because I can just Fatal Push Bowmaster at the end of turn. I kind of think I just don't like the dress down play that I made. It makes me like caught up on mana. I don't feel like it was like worth it. But I also am not very practiced in this matchup, so I'm kind of relearning things on the fly that I already knew at one point in life, but I've tucked away. But I guess if this just happens, which I assume it would, and my opponent plays a Lurrus, which they may or may not, no matter what, I guess I'm really covered, so... All right. All right, so now the question is, I guess I shouldn't play my Bowmaster because I just get hardcast disputed on for no reason. Oh, this is actually bad too, though. It's because if I do this, then my opponent gets a Bowmaster back from the Lurrus. Oh. Yeah, should not have done this. I should like save this wasteland for the one saga too. Now I feel like I have to just wait it out, which I guess is fine. There's like not really a rush. What I don't want to do is give them a way to just like return this Bowmaster with Lurrus. I do want to like try to tempo my opponent out of this game, but like I can't really attack here. I can't really block here. Now they just get an extra card on me. I still have hit none of my delve spells. I am 5 card deeper than my opponent at the moment. But I can't trap Lurrus here because of the dispute now. I can't trap anything because of the dispute now. Yeah, I guess that is like partially true. If I just like get my Mindbreak Trap disputed, then they can't replay the Bowmaster right away. Unless they draw a land. I don't think they're going to be able to finish a third game in time here. I mean, this just resolving is fine. I just hit it with a long goodbye. I should have let them attack first. Because they might have attacked into my Orc army that way. Because I wasn't going to be able to block. That was a mistake. They might concede just so they can play game 3. Again, I might be supposed to hold that wasteland for a saga. I don't know. Putting them low on mana doesn't seem that bad to me, though. I just feel like I built my deck to be really good in this matchup. It's just a pity that game one was what happened in game one. All right, that was basically exactly what I drew up, and I didn't even think I drew particularly great. I guess the Ancestral was kind of a game saver. The game was pretty over if I didn't draw the Ancestral, but like I didn't draw any of my Delve spells in my 31 cards. I definitely had a lot of small things I could have done a slightly better on. I'm gonna swap the Twister on the draw out for another negation. And run it back. Yeah, I'm really happy with this list. Hopefully I can pull through. Well, Mind Break Trap can counter creatures. The thing that matters the most in this matchup is creatures. If you don't have a frog online, you have like no draw engine besides stealth spells. I loathe negation in this matchup. I wish I didn't have any of them, but it's like impossible for me to board enough cards out to have that. Like I could theoretically not have snuff outs and have more dismembers. But I think snuff out's so good against mono white initiative that you just want two of them. I don't know. Like I should have better counter spells than my opponent. I should have more value engines than my opponent. I'm hoping they have more dead cards because they had like 3 main deck null rods. But my opponent's very good, and the matchup is very skill intensive, and we didn't play perfectly there, so we'll see what happens in game 3. Graveyard decks. It's for Dredge. All right, 7.5 minutes for my opponent. They do play fast when we are the only game, so we'll see how that affects it. I have a cat. I have another ancestral hand. It's very lucky. I have actual lands this time. Blue Island and Swamp, if we want Swamp. I assume that this is the video. Okay. All right, they kept 7. C, Pearl, go. I feel like I don't want to Wasteland. Are you supposed to Wasteland here? Like if they play a Bowmaster, it's like Pretty bad, right? This actually, I kind of screwed up here. I think I'm gonna have to fetch all underground seas now. But like, I didn't really want to fetch a basic swamp with my current hand. Twister. What spell am I supposed to use here? Because if I have to force back, am I in like I'm in like a really bad spot, right? Like I lose my ancestral. Like if I dispute this, right? And I lose my ancestral. This feels like really stupid to use force dispute, but I also probably shouldn't have fetched if that was my plan. I have no idea what the correct play is here. Push first is like worse against Daze, which we've already seen. I feel like that's I feel like that's not a good idea, but maybe it's fine because if they Daze it, then I just force it anyways. I don't think this is like easy. I think this is a hard choice. Like, is this not a hard choice? This feels like a hard choice. I'm not actually sure what the correct choice is here. I think I'm going with force pitch dispute before pushing. Because I don't really want them to let time twister happen. Because my hand should hopefully be better than theirs. I think that's my play. It feels really stupid to force pitch dispute, but I guess because my card is ancestral, it's just how it is. Oh, okay. Then I guess I'm fatal pushing, right? It seems that they're just like playing as fast as possible. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to play frog. So then what do I do? I don't know how to play frog versus frog. I never learned. They're tapped out, right? So like I should just ancestral. Even if it runs into negation. Or I could just jump my frog and attack. Can brainstorm. I should brainstorm after ancestraling. I'm just gonna cast ancestral. I can be told this is wrong, and I'll be okay with it. Oh, I should have played this polluted delta out though, in case I brainstorm into a So in case I brainstorm into a thing. They did have negation. That was kind of bad of me. I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to hop over this stupid token and see if I can't draw a fatal push. Well, it's not just frog versus frog, chat. There's also like a chump blocker for a turn that actually matters. No, I don't want to. I don't want them to just get a free. I don't agree. But I shouldn't have played this ancestral. I mean, I should have attacked first. I think if I had to go back and play this again, I should have just attacked first to get my extra card, then played my land, and then gone for ancestral, and then I could have responded with a brainstorm and found like a 1-mana counterspell. But I'm just like trying to take action so that they clock out too. I think that playing Spellbomb is... I mean, I just want to find a fatal push, right? Like, it's so much better if I find a fatal push. I guess there's only 2 fatal pushes left in my deck. There's no way they held last card days. Cruise negation. What cards do I not want then? I feel like I just don't want cruise negation. They're getting in with the Arc Army? It's kind of interesting, I guess. I just don't think I'm ever using a cruise, right? Oh god, second frog. I just go... If they pitch 2 cards... So I just attack. I can always draw a card with Spellbomb as well. I'm gonna ping this thing. Or do I want to blind draw first? Just let damage happen. Oh, wait, now they can pitch their last card. Okay, I'm stupid. That was really bad. They just wanted to F6. Letting damage happen was wrong, obviously. I just messed up. I need to ping during damage, so I could have pitched a card. They can't ever win this game on time, which is really stupid. I don't know if like it's possible for me to lose this. I mean, I could definitely lose this game. I guess that's off the top from my... No, maybe not with Bowmasters. I think... Well, I wanted to be able to spellbomb their yard. So what I think was the actual correct play was I was supposed to in the combat area still shoot the frog. So then they can pitch their last card to frog if they want, in which case I just hit the whole yard except for frog, draw my random card with my spellbomb and pitch that to the thing. Then they have one card in their yard, 0 cards in their hand. I have a bowmaster, they have a frog, and the game is over. So like clearly that was the correct play. All right, well, at least I'm not out in round 1. Obviously, lots of things I can improve on, but that's kind of to be expected when I play a deck I'm not as familiar with. I think the good news is I metagame the heck out of this. So hopefully I can keep hitting the expected field and I can put myself in a good spot. Welcome to round 2, where we have another extremely hard matchup. Frowning Table is a prolific Esper Lurrus gamer, but the good news is that is the matchup we came here to beat. Somehow, I just cannot keep a hand with an island in it, though. I assume I'm supposed to still keep this, right? Like, how many islands are in my deck, man? Lotus, Sapphire, plus... Ooh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. God, it stinks to mulligan this hand, though. I guess I just can't keep this hand. Isn't that... like... Ugh! Give me an island. I just can't keep it, right? Sad. This is the kind of hand I would like keep with PO. Because I have like a force and I have Vista of Ancestral, but I don't know. Against Lurrus, like keeping this hand just feels really... I don't know. I'm keeping it. You can't... I'm keeping it. I can't... You can't... I'll just die on the hill, okay? I'll just die on the hill. I have a wasteland, you know... I'll just die on the hill. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just die on the hill. I mean, I guess I kept this hand in game 1 of last round and I ancestraled and still lost. So I probably should not have kept this hand, but I have a force and I have a misstep and I have a snap. I don't know. If I'm getting bowmastered, kind of want it to be on their turn. Mox Jet. Well, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's not bad. That is bad, though. That is the worst draw in my entire deck. All right, how many draws have I done? 2. Regret is seeping in. I just knew that it's pretty straightforward, Claire, that I just knew the LCQ gamers would all play Esper Lurrus, so I just played like super teched out blue-black Lurrus with like main deck Stern Scolding and Disputes. I do need to hit some blue lands, though. That's a wasteland. I guess that counts enough. Like, it was 50% Lurrus in the first LCQ with like 16 or 15 Esper Lurrus players, so. And I already dispatched one grinder on Esper Lurrus. By Lurrus. All right, well, I am going to play at Orcish Bowmaster because I need to use my mana. If my opponent wants to counter this, don't care. I need a blue land. Okay. I mean, these are like just good enough cards to make me be happy and not be upset, but not good enough cards to let me play the game. It's pretty funny. Yeah, a demonic would have been interesting. Get a basic island. Uh, I don't know if I have. Like, I'm actually the whole round one and chat has kind of perked me up. I guess. Well, that's a weird word to say. It's kind of gotten me a little excited about playing because I was really tired. I was napping before this. Take that, Lurrus. This is what I'm saying. Like I'm ready for the matchup. I am ready for Lurrus. I will say goodbye to that unit. No problem. There's my island. Oh my god, my island. I can't tell you, like, I don't know the last time I've ever been so happy with a deck I registered for a tournament. Like, this just feels perfect. Besides the, having islands to cast my spells part. Wasteland, huh? I feel like casting Ancestral here is really bad. Am I wrong in that assumption? I don't know. I feel like I'm the one who's pressed on my mana, right? So I still kind of have to cast spells. Yeah, but like, if they're hard cast forcing, then so be it. They're more likely hard cast negating, right? Or they have a Bowmaster first. Bowmaster, oh, they just have hard cast negation. I guess negation is pretty bad because I can't snap it back. But I mean, I'm not really able to play around this in any meaningful capacity. I guess I theoretically could force this, but I don't really want to. Misstep our recall. I don't think so. I don't think so. Like snapping a recall, snapping a fatal push or a long goodbye or a misstep is still fine. So I think this is just acceptable. Time walk. I'm just gonna play a frog. I think so. My opponent kind of flooded and we got screwed, and typically the person who gets mana screwed, as long as they can make a comeback, is gonna win. This is force pitching Flusterstorm. Yeah, I think that's fine. No surveil land, or they have a end of turn dig through time. Okay, I'm just gonna force this pitching Snapcaster. Leave them on one card. I'll buy Lurrus here. They want to wasteland my wasteland. I think that's okay. I want to be able to maybe hit a a Lorien revealed or something with this negation. Could also like protect my Fatal Push on a frog. I don't really feel like I should have been rewarded for my keep, but maybe it's fine. Listen, if mulliganing that hand is wrong, I don't I don't want to be right. Or I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be right. I want to be right. What? Wait, hold on. What am I supposed to say? Snapcaster Mage as a blocker. Yeah, I feel like that's fine. I don't really want to push it. I guess I can push it. Like, what else I have a Stern Scolding. I can push it. Am I supposed to push it? I don't know. Maybe. Hardcast Force, Hardcast Negation. It's all fine. That's fine. I think I'm going to waste this Wasteland. And then I'm going to Time Walk. We'll draw another land here. I don't actually have anything to bring back, but this does open me up to getting frogged, I guess, but I don't think that's a big deal if I keep my Lurrus. One card left in hand, and then there's a fetch. No fetchables? Oh, they still fetchables. Last card. Treasure Cruise. Nope. GG. Okay. All right, we got the game one this time. Null Rod out. Spellbomb in. Dismember in. Negation out. Twister out. I guess I have to take Twister instead of Negation is how I've been boarding this on the draw. I guess I theoretically could keep boarding Consigned to Memory, but my opponent just flooded out like crazy. We also drew like just enough to like let us play the early game. I assume this is a keep. Oh god, I got pearled. Now I can get Bowmastered if I probe. Oh wait, no, I'm not gonna get Bowmastered if I probe. Show me your secrets. Underground Sea, Wasteland, Cruise, Dig, Negation. Oh, that's kind of interesting. I guess that means I'm not supposed to Wasteland them. Though I could take away both their blue sources. But I can like play a frog and it's uncounterable right now. It's kind of... Huh. I don't... It's like really weird. I definitely want to fetch. I wonder if I wanted to actually keep open both spells here by playing fetch. I don't have enough practice with this deck. That's definitely true. My opponent's hand was very weak. Did they mold a 6? I feel like they molded a 6. But like, you're not really supposed to mulligan at all if you can. Like, you're not really supposed to mulligan bad hands in the matchup. You kind of need just like hands that like exist. I don't know. The fact that these matchups can be determined by Wasteland is like really silly, right? What is this by Lurrus? Yeah. Oh, I kind of needed to pitch a card there, huh? Whoops. Never mind. Force of will, pitching negation. Sure. I mean, they hit a blue gland right here. They get to cast Cruise. I made a mistake. I made a mistake there. I should not have. I should have pitched this Undercity Sewers to my frog and not played a frog so that I could hold open Bowmaster. So that if they cruised on this turn, I could play a Bowmaster in response. Or if they played a Lurrus, I could Stern Skull. Like I should not have played a second. I should even though I drew even though I drew a frog and played a frog, I probably should have even still just like ate my losses there and pitched the sewers. All right. We'll take a. Here we go. Round 3. 3 more rounds. We're up against EV Hunter. Maybe another Lurrus battle. No Lurrus from EV Hunter this time. Interesting. No Lurrus. Last seen playing Lurrus Breach, no Lurrus reveal. I don't know if that means Raker Shops or not. But I have a Strip Mine and a bunch of counter magic. I can't imagine I would ever mulligan this hand. This hand's quite good against Jewel. Seems okay against Raker. It could theoretically be okay against Dredge. It could be, it's pretty good against Beseech. So, pretty down for this hand. I mean, we do have Bowmaster and a Twister in our deck and a Wasteland. So, like, if there was ever a game 1 hand that beat Dredge with this deck, this would be the one. Or it's at least pretty damn close to the one. Is there still, like, the community things? Like, do you still sign up for a streamer? I guess you don't anymore. Opponent is also double queuing a Vintage Cube. It's no triple Q from our round 1 opponent, but... All right. I'm gonna take 3 damage. Here you go. All right, Underground Sea. So probably Beseech then. This hand is pretty reasonable against Beseech. Am I mental misstepping like Ataxian Probe so they don't know what's in my hand? I think so. I feel like losing the information of what's in my hand here is pretty bad. I guess it could be Doomsday. I really want them to play into this Mind Ray trap. Is it crazy to freaking dispute this stupid probe? I don't know. I don't want them to know I have a Mind Ray trap. All right. I don't think I'm strip mining them right away. Oh, I guess I am strip mining them because I don't have a black source. I thought I had a black source for a second, but that's not the case. Is it Doomsday? Oh, Thoughtseize. All right. So I guess it is, I guess it could still be Doomsday, but it's probably Beseech. Well, now they're gonna know. There's just no shot they'd have upkeep Assessor after going for a misstep nonsense. No way. No way. Could really use another, like a fetch land Bowmaster Cruise or something. They only have 3 cards left in their hand, though. My hand was certainly good against this matchup. My deck should be pretty good against this matchup as well. I would hope, but who knows? Oh, they took the Treasure Cruise. Okay. I drew a Dispute. Uh-huh. I really wish I had a Bowmaster in play right now, but... Yeah, none of that. That's not a. This is my non-island land. I have been drawing very light lands in this stream, huh? All spells, baby. All spells. Oh man, imagine if I had another wasteland. This is a reoccurring theme, chat. It's not good. I don't like it. Yeah, that's fine. Help, game? I drew a Sapphire. Okay, I'm gonna time walk, I think. Help? Okay, here we go. Black Lotus. Surely this doesn't get Force of Willed. Oh, it didn't get Force of Willed. They know I have a Bowmaster. Do I like do anything differently? I mean, if I had a land, I could play Lurrus, right? But I don't. I guess we can just wait. I don't have to play these Bowmasters. Like, if I get a Lurrus going, it's infinitely better for me, right? I don't know. What do you think, chat? I could just play double Bowmaster right now. Oh, I'm playing Bowmaster. This is just how I play Magic. Like you can make me play the control deck, but I just can't. Like, this clock is fast enough. It leaves me open with hard cast days. Like, this is a 3-turn clock. Like, I'm not even buying Lurrus here. I'm just going to attack 3 times and hold up on my counter magic. One blue, Soul Ring. No. Okay. 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 I mean, did I picked a real good deck for this tournament, huh? Oh man. All right, so what am I bringing in though? Is it all of these things? Surely it's not all of these things. Maybe it is. I forgot I have so much removal in my deck. Oh my god. What's the Tony list look like? Does it have any Shieldreds? No, it has Hold Breachers though. 2 Hold Breacher, no Shieldred. Definitely can cut Swamp. I got Dress Down, Daze, Bowmaster, Negations, still keeping Twister. Maybe the answer here is not bringing in this and keeping in a Long Goodbye as an uncounterable removal. And then we just play like this. Null Rod, extra counter magic. I could theoretically bring in Consigns here. I don't think they're that bad, but I don't feel like I need them either. I definitely still like all my Wastelands. I feel like having a Long Goodbye is still kind of bad, though. Like, if they have a Hold Reacher, like, we just play our game through it, right? Kind of like don't want to have any removal in my deck. I guess I'd play Consign. They don't have that many artifacts, though. I guess I can counter Storm or... This doesn't do anything with Beseech, right? Consign doesn't actually help with Beseech at all. I don't think it does. Like, it's not a trigger, so no. It's just like Flusterstorm and Tendrils and Karn and Artifacts. Maybe I'll play one of them. All right. That was quite the interesting game 1 there. That's a beautiful looking game 2 hand as well. I will keep. Let's see. Ponder resolves. Yeah, exactly. Momentum breaker. Agreed. I couldn't bring myself to play that card though with the way I set up my removal. I just felt like way too much. Also, like I was gearing up for the Bowmaster Mirror, so it just didn't really make sense in my eyes. But yeah. The Momentum Breaker is like not the best against Flash Hold Breacher either. But we do have like a lot of counter spells that hit it, so. Main you think my opponent was mad after I played main deck Mystical Dispute, main deck Mindbreak Trap against their Storm deck in game 1? I like didn't even have the Stern Scolding in my hand, just only the cards that are good against them. I don't know about you, chat, but Feel pretty good about my deck choice for this event. My play hasn't been very good. It's been good enough, but it has not been very good. So. Yeah, I played around bad luck drawing Bolas as Citadel by just not registering it. Very true. Very true. My opponent's passing? I don't know if that means hold ratio or not. Null Rod. Wow. I think I'm passing one more time here with Dispute and multiple counters. And then I still have Sewers to try to find a third land. Ancestral Recall. Disputed. Flusterstorm. Three cards in hand. Worse. Didn't get them to run into trap. Sad. Three cards in my opponent's hand. Pass. Now I don't need that land. Pretty sure I want that. They have a hold breacher now. Yeah. I feel like I have to counter it, sadly. I guess I'll just pitch my Mind Break Trap to it. And then I'll null rod them. I still have a negation. 2 cards away from a dig. Demonic is fine. I guess they can get Urza Saga here. But I don't think I want to counter this Demonic. I feel like I need to dig through time to get through this game. I have 5 Wastelands and a Dress Down in my deck. Yeah, I found a line. Oh, I might lose to it. I don't know. Doesn't it feel like really bad to counter that Demonic Tutor, though? I feel like it feels really bad to counter that Demonic Tutor. I have so many answers, but I don't think I'm going to find them. Oh, there's one of them. Got him. Oh, maybe I was supposed to hit Underground Sea there. I don't want them to get like a Vexing Bobble. I guess they don't play Vexing Bobble. I probably was supposed to hit Underground Sea there. That was a mistake. Yeah, that was probably a mistake. So I guess it does make this thing bigger. And I don't plan on blocking it yet. Brainstorm. All right, let's just see what happens if I cast this. If it gets flustered, that's not that bad. Oh, I got mental missteps. Okay. I'm not dying that fast to this, so... I'm really lucky I drew the Wasteland, though. I don't think I was winning this game without drawing the Wasteland. I feel like if my opponent has a Flusterstorm, it's not even that good for me if I get like counter on their turn, right? I guess I can have negation to back up against a force, so I should probably dig on their turn. I feel like I can dig on their turn. Like, if they force this, I feel like I'm supposed to force and get it to resolve so I can play the game. Oh, boy. Oh, no. I guess I have a Lurrus I can buy, huh? Do I take Will Wasteland? It's getting close. Oh, that's a good one. That buys a lot of time. Should I wait then? And just play that out once? Because if I cast this and they have, like, Force plus Negation, I guess they wouldn't have Negation in, but if they had Force plus Fluster... I also have two things that can block this turn. If I hit another land, I can play them with Lurrus in the same turn. Okay, wait. Yeah, I mean, I took a lot of damage. My opponent, I mean, maybe I was just supposed to negate the tutor. Like, it's possible. I should just like revolve around my top decks, right? I could see that. I wonder if I'm supposed to go just for the full block here. Probably. All right, they forced this. So I think they forced pitching Tinker on this. I could force back. Yeah, I mean, I definitely died to Tendrils here. I could just chump with a Snapcaster. It's probably correct. So I guess it's like pretty bad. It's like pretty bad if I... Maybe I should just negate this. I mean, I'm just dead to Tendrils no matter what, right? Like, if they cast the Tendrils here, I'm just dead no matter what. I guess maybe I can just... The Snapcaster's still the third spell. I don't know. If they like Beseech, I kind of need to counter Beseech, don't I? I guess I'll jump with Snapcaster for a turn. Yeah, they're definitely on Storm. My opponent looks like they're F6'd. I guess not. I feel like I need to have a counterspell for a Beseech here. So that's why I made the play I did. Wait, they didn't bargain it? Why didn't they bargain it? I mean, I'll just counter it. You can just sack a Mox. Oh, because the construct would die. I see. Is there like any way I can theoretically let this resolve though? Because I have a counterspell next turn. I guess I can't. I don't know. I made this whole line so that I could counter it. I need a land here so I can replay Bowmaster. Yeah, I mean... It is a land. Should I just sink it? Kind of runs into a negation. I mean, my Lurrus always trades with this, if thus they draw another Mox. I guess it's fine if my I mean, I could just play my Lurrus and pass. And then... I don't know. Like, I don't want to lose to a Besiege here, though. All right, I'm going to... Oh, wow, it just works. Okay. All right, that's my plan. Stock up. Oh, God. I don't think I'm winning this game. I think the Urza Saga was too much. Yeah, I even drew that Wasteland early enough. I don't know. I guess when you look back, like... Maybe I just had to negate pitching Dig Through Time on the DT because I couldn't beat the Saga. I mean, I can beat the Saga, but like beating the Saga is kind of hard. Fetch land. Spell Pierce. It'd be a lot easier to deal with if they had 4 Sagas, because then I could build my deck around it. But Saga's unfortunately better at 1 Saga. It's crazy. I think I just have to dodge for a turn. Yeah, I don't know. I could have played this game a little bit differently, though. But I feel like if my opponent played a land there, it means they stocked up for it, and it means I'm getting besieged and I'm dying, right? I guess I could just not... Maybe I just don't play the Lurrus. Oh, if they had a Dark Ritual, then it doesn't matter. Natty 10? No, yeah, this is Besiege. Okay. I think my opponent just had too many cards there, and I didn't have the right stuff. That's okay. We have a good game 2 coming. That's a bold play. I guess there's no way I can... I mean... Yeah, I guess there's no way... Yeah, I mean, I could have another Mind Break Trap. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm still going to play the way I played. It didn't work out, but it wasn't like a crazy draw by us. It was a good draw from us, but... I don't think Consign's that good, no. Like, what card is it better than here? Do you have a card that it's better than? I think Consign's like fine, but like it's not better than any of these cards. Bowman? I disagree. I strongly disagree. Dress Down? They have whole like Dress Down is like they have Hull Breachers and Sagas, and it's a blue card, and it cantrips, and it loops with Lurrus, and it's like super good. It's not great here, but it's very good. We need to win the game. Bowman wins the game. Like I just don't think Consign's that good. I don't know what do you like why are we in like what do we care about from Consign? Like it's just okay. Like I have one in my deck. Oh, not like this. Now all of a sudden I have 5 lands. I have to mulligan this. Okay. Classic Snapcaster Grafdigger's Cage hand. I don't know that this hand is going to be good enough, to be perfectly frank, but I don't have a choice at this point. I have to keep it. They kept 7. Pretty much forced a bottom Bowmaster here because I'm playing turn 1 Cage, and then I'm playing Null Rod, and then I have a counter spell. Okay, sure, opponent. See you. I don't have a good feeling about this game, chat. It's a rough way to go. The full control deck loses to the Storm deck. Not ideal. You got it. That's fine with me. I guess now I can actually use my Snapcaster Mage because they countered the Grafdigger's Cage. Kind of funny. This is most certainly Ancestral. I guess it theoretically could be a Wasteland on the Underground Sea. Feels very greedy though, doesn't it? It also gives me double force. Four cards in my opponent's hand, 4 cards in my hand. No artifacts for my opponent. No artifact abilities, I should say. Would Frog be reasonable off DT? I don't think so. I think I'd rather go Ancestral. I mean, it's not unreasonable. I should say that. It's not unreasonable. I just think I like Ancestral more. I guess Ancestral gets flustered. Frog doesn't. Some upsides. I kind of want to draw cards like immediately though. Like, I think maybe playing a Frog is too slow. Lots of ways we die from here. And I have a Snapcaster in my hand. I see. Main phase Hull Breacher. If they force back. So if I force this and they force back. I want to have Snapcaster Mage. I don't know. You think Snapcaster's actually going to work? I kind of feel like it's not going to work, chat. I'll give it a try, though. I don't want to counter this. It's like super bad to counter that. The way this match has been playing, I don't think it's going to work, but we'll see. Okay, well, that's good news. That makes me really happy, actually, because then what that means is my opponent played really well this game. Like, I actually think they made like some really good choices on timing windows and on how they interacted on the stack. Okay, that is a bit surprising. Interesting. I will exile this. All right, maybe I lied. Maybe I lied. All right, that's fine. I do just need to hit a land and play a Lurrus, and it's not that big a deal. You bring in Fatal Push in this matchup? I guess you can. I'm gonna lose this game. That's crazy. I guess I should have gone Psychic Frog, maybe. Yeah. Your line of Psychic Frog would have been a lot better than Ancestral here. I mean, I still have 4 Frogs, 4 Bowmasters, every land. Oh, fuck off, man! Oh, we're so dead. We're so dead. I've never been more dead in my life. This is disgusting. So gross, man. Losing this game is crazy. It's actually nuts. Oh, fucking come on. Get out of here, bro. All right, whatever. They wanted it more. I don't know. These draws are something else. All right. Only one more LCQ left. I don't know if any of the choices that we made would have mattered here. Does look like. I mean, the null rods are bad because my opponent drew only good cards. What? Don't look at this game and go, the null rods are bad. You bring the null rods in 100% of the time, every single time, and it wins you probably 60% of games for free. What are you talking about? The null rods are bad. Oh my god. Anyways. Damn, losing to Storm with this deck is pretty rough. That's not really true versus, but like, yes, Beseech has more ways to win through Null Rod than a normal deck. It doesn't mean you don't bring in the Null Rods. It doesn't mean that the Null Rods are bad. It's a fucking full Moxen, Mana Crypt Lotus Storm deck with Time Vault Keys, Sensei's Top. Like, what are you on about? Oh, I don't want to read chat anymore. Sorry. That one got to me. Anyways, I think I made a great choice in deck selection today. I think my deck choice was extremely good. I do think I could have played better in my Lurrus mirrors, but I was, my deck was so much stronger that it didn't matter too much. All right, hashtag, you're the expert. Show me what you want to have in the deck instead of a null rod. I'm not saying that 4 null rods are necessary either. That's not even the statement that you were arguing. But it doesn't matter. I have 4 null rods. I'm playing 4 null rods here. Are you crazy? Like, what do you want? It's so wild to me. Oh yeah, Consigned would have really got me. That it would have been so good in that game. It wouldn't. It's not better, bro. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't understand. Kills the token trigger. Bro. If you want to make your win rate worse versus Storm, by all means, don't bring in your 4 null rods. Like, by all means, do whatever you want that makes you happy. But like, I'm going to tell the rest of the chat that is currently here and anyone watching on YouTube to make a better play and bring in your 4 null rods. Oh, Lord. I am so tilted right now reading this. It's crazy. Oh, yeah, we're still recording. It's going straight to YouTube. What the fuck? It doesn't matter exactly how that game gone. It doesn't even matter if Consign would have been better in that game. It wouldn't have been. Like, it would not have been. Even that, like, hindsight looking in at exactly this game, you're still wrong. But, like, we would just have lost to Volkey. We would have straight up lost on the spot to Volkey. Like, I don't know how you can even look at that game and make that. It's fine. It's okay. If you're looking for a blue-black Lurrus deck that beats other blue-black Lurrus decks, I highly recommend this build. I took a lot of inspiration from a couple different sources. I check out some recent lists. No, the null rod was bad. Hashtag it was bad. It was clearly bad. I took a lot of inspiration from the world champion Javier Dominguez list. He had a bunch of this kind of techie cards. I think that Mystical Dispute is being underutilized in decks that do not have access to Pyroblast and are not interested in Flusterstorm. I don't think this deck is interested in Flusterstorm. I'm not saying that this. I don't want to say this deck is not. I don't think this deck is interested in Flusterstorm because of the way it's constructed. But if you're playing like, I don't know. I just think that this card is really nice because it does still do the thing you want Flusterstorm to do, which is counter, stock up, and PO most of the time. But it also can be just cast for 3 mana and counter anything else as well. So the versatility that Mystical Dispute provides, even though it's like a targeted blue counterspell, is really strong. I think there's enough decks in the format, especially for this event, that a Stern Scolding main won't be a huge liability. There are decks that it doesn't actually hit anything, but for those you can pitch it to Frog and you can pitch it to Forces, so I think it's okay. I think in like in a more open field tournament, I would have done that. Yeah, all right. I mean, like, I think you're wrong. I don't think Consign is good in the matchup. It's just a random blue card. And I think that having removal in against my opponent's deck that has 1 Saga and 2 Hull Breachers is like making so many bad draws for you. Like, Null Rod is always going to be good. It's always going to do something. Removal is a dead card that doesn't pitch to force. It doesn't do anything if my opponent doesn't have one of 3 very specific cards. I think if you play removal there, it's just making your overall win percentage in the matchup terrible. It's just, you're just losing win percentage points because you're scared of like 2 or 3 cards, which is insane. Like, I understand like a Consign. If you want to play 1 Consign here, that's fine. You have to take out like a Bowmaster instead. But like boarding not 4 rods in, I think is just losing win percentage for no reason. Not me. I have a dress down. I think I put, so like the things that I chose to do is I chose 1 Fatal Push. I made it a long goodbye so I could always kill Lurrus. I chose to keep a dress down because I think it's just a great catch-all answer that loops with Lurrus. I have multiple removal. I have multiple creatures. I have a dress down. Like, I know. I know I made all the right. I know I made the right choices in boarding. I'm trying to help them learn why I believe that this is the case. But like, hashtag has very specific opinions about Magic cards. Like, we go back and forth. Like, the reason I'm going back and forth is because I actually do think that hashtag typically has very good opinions, and is like pretty good at the game from what I can tell from the comments he makes in chat over the last years. So like, that's the only reason. Like, if I thought it was someone who was trolling me, I wouldn't engage. But like, this is someone who legitimately thinks that you don't want to have all the null rods in against the matchup, and I just think that's crazy. Like, Like, if you want to say that I'm undervaluing Consign and I should have Consign in, I'm okay with that. But the card I'm taking out is not Null Rod, it's Orcish Bowmaster. Or Pearl, actually. Actually, if you had said take out Pearl for Consign, I think I would have been all about that. That I kind of like a lot, actually. I think that's a miss. So I know that Null Rod is not as good against this Storm deck as it is against PO or Tinker or something like that. But every game you play against this Storm deck, you want to have a Null Rod in play. And playing 4 Null Rods is going to give you the highest chance of that occurring. Like, I don't have artifacts that are looping in my build. And that's very much on purpose. However, I do think if Bowmaster is not a priority and I'm bringing in 4 Null Rods, I definitely would rather have not had this Pearl in my deck, but it was something that I missed in sideboarding there. But there's also upsides, right? Like, you can play your Null Rod on turn 1 with this Pearl. So there's like small upsides as well. But anyways, yeah, that's obviously I'm calming down because I was obviously very tilted about losing the game. That probably did not help me approach the situation and conversation in a very constructive and meaningful way. But it was a pretty good stream overall, right? I think no, I know I'm much more upset than you probably are. And that's on me, obviously, which you know, so. Anyways, anything else? No, like I said, this was pretty good. I have one more LCQ. I have one more LCQ to fire. I'm not going to play in the 4 a.m. one, obviously. It's just not feasible. I am going to try to play in the one tomorrow. I won't be able to stream it. It will be during the day. So my next Magic stream, I actually don't know when my next Magic stream is going to be. Because I am going to be playing in that Box Boot Camp. So I'm going to be doing a bunch of streaming later in the week, Teamfight Tactics. So if you are interested in watching Teamfight Tactics, I have to talk to my boss and see if I can take some days off. But I might stream like full day Teamfight Tactics. I guess theoretically, if I stream, yeah, I might stream like full day Teamfight Tactics of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll see what happens. I'll keep people updated on Discord and on Twitter. But more gameplay content on the YouTube channel. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'll see you then.